I'm Mary Freiberger, the Communications Manager here at the church. Hopefully by now you've been able to see some of the video stories that we've released during the last few weeks of our capital campaign. It's been one of my greatest joys to get to film these stories and to archive them for generations to come. I've been a member of All Saints since 2007 for about 16 years, and 13 of those years have been on staff. And during that time, the staff and the people of All Saints have become my family, and this campus has become my home. After listening to all these testimonies shared by members, some of whom have been here since the beginning and some of whom have just come in the last year or two, what I realized is I'm not the only one who's found a home here in the body of Christ at All Saints. God has truly done miraculous things in and through his saints in this place. And one of the most miraculous is making a home for his people in the midst of an ever-changing and unstable world. The title for our capital campaign comes from a verse at the end of Psalm 90, "Establish the work of our hands." But as we've seen during our sermon series on the Lord's Prayer, if you don't begin with praise, if you don't begin with God, then all the petitions that follow will center around yourself. And so our psalmist begins Psalm 90 by praising God. Lord, you have been our dwelling place throughout all generations. That is why we're sharing these stories, in order that through them, God's faithfulness, his fatherly love to his people who found their dwelling place in him could be celebrated. And that is my prayer for this campaign, that just as I and so many others have found a home, a dwelling place in the Lord at All Saints, so would all of those who walk through our doors. We simply do not have enough space on our campus for that to happen as it is right now. It's hard to feel like you're at home when you don't even have a seat at the table. I hope that you'll participate with us by making a pledge of any amount at any level and by praying that God would indeed establish the work of our hands in order that countless generations would have their own stories to share of God's faithfulness in this place.